Hello guys, welcome on Tesla Adventures. In this video today, we'll be discussing the level 1 problems of rectilinear which are based on motion under the effect of gravity as well as on the equation of motion. And obviously this is the level 1 problems which are which are for JEE mains and NEET. Now you can see that in the first problem there is a particle A which is moving with a constant acceleration from A to B in such a way such that at point B its velocity is V and at point A its velocity is U. C is the midpoint of A and B, and therefore let us assume that the distance from A to C is the distance from C to B, and we have to find out this velocity V dash or VC. So first of all, you can see that if we use the equation of motion, which is third equation of motion, so V square will be equal to U square plus 2AS, and V square will be U square plus this is 2 into A into 2S. So you can see that V square minus U square is equal to 4AS. Okay, this is first equation. Now if we use the same equation of motion for motion from A to C, then Vc square is equal to Va square plus 2As. So Vc square is equal to U square plus 2As, and 2As is V square minus U square by 2. Okay, so you can see that Vc square is equal to V square by 2, and this is U square by 2 with a positive sign. Okay, so Vc is equal to under root of V square plus U square by 2. So the correct answer is option A. Now we move on the next question. Now let us find out the B part of this problem, which is the height of the tower. So to find out the height of the tower, let us calculate the t plus t naught. The original time for B was t, this is t, and t is equal to minus t is equal to minus u plus under root u square plus 2gh by g. So t is equal to minus u plus under root u square plus 2gh by g, and t plus t naught, or we can say that t plus t naught is the second time, which is equal to the time for that b to come down is equal to this one, u plus under root, this is u plus under root u square plus 2gh by g. Now you can see that if we substitute, if we add up these two, 2t plus t naught, then you can see that it would be u square, in fact 2u square plus 2gh by g, and this would be t plus t naught by 2 into g, and this would be equal to under root of u square plus 2gh. Squaring these two, this is t square plus t naught square by 4 plus t naught into g is equal to u square plus 2gh, and we have already calculated the value of u, which is t naught g by 2, so it would be t square plus t naught square g by 4 plus t naught g is equal to u square, which is t naught square g square by 4. This is t naught square g square by 4 plus 2gh. So cancelling this with this, so you can see that it is, we are taking t common, and here it would be t naught plus t, and this is equal to 2gh. So cancelling, so h would be equal to and this would be square also. So this is g square and this is g square, this is g square, so this would, so this is g square, and cancelling this g with g, so h would be equal to gt by 2 into t plus t naught. So this is the height of the tower. Now we move on the next question. In this question, you can see that there is a train which is starting from rest from station X, and it is or station A, and it is reaching the station B at rest. In the between journey, the distance between the two stations is 2 kilometers, and a train moves on a straight line and takes 4 minutes for the complete journey. If the acceleration of the train is x and its retardation is y, then we have to prove that 1 upon x plus 1 upon y is 4. And it is given that the train accelerates uniformly for some time, and then it retards uniformly to come at rest. So let us draw the VT graph of the train. So let us see that this would be the VT graph, that the train would accelerate and retard to rest. And this time t is the time, let us suppose that t is the time in which train accelerated, and the total time is given as 4. So we can see, if we assume that this velocity is v naught, then the acceleration x will be equal to y, which is v naught upon time, and y is equal to v naught upon 4 minus t. So 1 upon x plus 1 upon y will be equal to 4 upon v naught. Now you can see that the total distance is 2 kilometers. So the area of this graph is half 4 into v naught, and it is equal to 2. So v naught is 1 kilometer per second. So this would be 4. So now let us move on the next question. In this question, you can see that there is a lift which starts from top of a mine shaft, and it descends down with a constant speed of 10 meters per second. 4 seconds later, a boy throws a stone vertically upwards from the top of the shaft with a speed of 30, and then a stone hits the lift at a distance x below the shaft. We have to find out x upon 3. Now you can see that there is a shaft on which a boy is standing, and he throws a ball after 4 seconds from the time when the lift start to move downwards. So in 4 seconds, lift would have descended by a distance of 40 meters with the speed of 10 meters per second for 4 seconds. And here also the speed of lift is 10 meters per second. At the same at the instant when the lift is at this point, the ball is thrown vertically upwards with a speed of 30, and then ball goes like that and hits the lift. So when the ball will hit the lift, then obviously the position of the lift would be in the downward direction by some distance 40 plus x. I have assumed that the lift has descended down by a distance of x more. Okay, now the stone has struck the lift at this position. So let us suppose that after t time the stone strikes the lift. So obviously this x would be equal to 10t. So this distance is equal to 40 plus 10t, where t is the time in which this stone will strike the lift. Now you can see that a stone has been thrown with velocity of 30 from this point, and it has descended down by a displacement of this 40 plus x in time t. Now for a stone, we will apply S is equal to ut plus half at square, where s is equal to, let's suppose this is minus 40 plus 10t, and u is 30, t is the time, minus half, g is 10 and t square. So this is minus 40 minus 10t is equal to 30t, and this is minus 5t square. Okay, so you can say that it is 5t square minus 40t, minus 40 is equal to 0, and obviously this is t square minus 8t minus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the quadratic equation, and the time will be plus 8 plus minus under root 64 and plus 4 into 8, which is 32, divided by 2. So time would be 8 plus this is root 96 and divided by 2. Okay, so this is the time, and this time is approximately, you can write it as 4 plus, this is root 96, can be written as 4 plus 8, which is 12, and into 2, 16 into 6. So you can write it as 4 root 6. And 4 root 6 divided by 2 would be 2 root 6. So it would be 4 plus 2 root 6. Okay. Now we have to find out this distance, total distance, 40 plus 10t. So the total distance would be s is equal to 40 plus 10t. So 40 plus, this is 4 plus 2 root 6. So it is 40 plus 20 root 6. Now the 20 root 6 is equal to 49. So this is equal to 80 plus 49. So this is 129. So we have to find out the value of x by 3. So this 129 by 3 will be equal to 43. So the correct answer is 43. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, you can see that there is a body which starts with the initial velocity of 10 meters per second and u is equal to 10, and it moves along a straight line with a constant acceleration. Now when its velocity becomes 50, then its acceleration is reversed, and obviously then it would eventually come to rest in some time, and the magnitude of acceleration is same. Then it will turn around and it will go past this point. So we have to find out this velocity v dash. Now first of all, let us see that if this body is under the effect of this constant retardation in this motion, then we can say that at this point the velocity of the body will be, or the speed would be 50, but the direction would be reversed. And if, let's suppose that this distance is, let's suppose s, then in the forward journey, in this journey, then we can write it down as 50 square. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. So 50 square is equal to 10 square plus 2 into a into s. Okay, so 2as is equal to, this is 2400, and as is equal to this is 1200. Now when it is in the coming in the backward direction, then acceleration is in the backward direction, same, and then v dash square is equal to 50 square plus 2as. So v dash square is equal to 2500 plus 2400. We have substituted this value of as here. So v dash is equal to 70. So the correct answer is 70. Now we move in the next question. In this question, you can see that there is a lift which is descending down with a uniform acceleration. To measure this acceleration, a boy standing inside this lift drops a coin when the lift was descending at a speed of 6 feet per second, and that coin is initially 5 feet above the ground of the lift at the time when it was dropped. This person observes that coin strikes the floor of the lift in 1 second. So we have to find out that what is the acceleration of the lift. So obviously we can see that in 1 second the distance traveled by lift is equal to ut plus half at square. So u of the lift is 6. We are using the FPS system here completely. So time is t and this is plus half a into t square. This is s, distance traveled by the lift in 1 second. Now the distance traveled by the coin is obviously greater than that of lift by 5 feet, because coin has traveled a greater distance by the lift because it was initially above the lift and finally it was on the ground of the lift. So coin displacement would be u, which is obviously the speed of the lift, because initially coin and lift were at rest with respect to each other. So this is u, which is 6, and time is t plus half. Acceleration of coin is 32, which is g, and t square. So we can see that s coin minus s lift is equal to this is 5 feet. So s coin is 6t plus 16t square minus 6t, and this is minus half at square. And this is equal to 5. So cancelling out this one. So this is 16 minus a by 2 t square, and t is 1 second. So let us use that t square as 1, and this is 5. So a by 2 is equal to 11 and a is equal to 22. So the correct answer is 22 feet per second squares. Let us write the unit also, that it is 22 feet per second square. Now let us move on the next question.